We got to get serious here. I got 60 years of taxes behind me. 60 years ago, richest people in the nation were paying at a rate of 77%, 77 cups, now down to 37%. You can see with your own eyes the pyramid is significantly smaller. They used to pay at a rate of 45%. They are now paying at a rate of 9%. That is the effective tax rate after all of their deductions, 9%. When they say tax cuts, they're talking about them, because the middle class guy has had a tax increase from 20% to 22%. In fact, the middle class guy is paying an effective tax rate of 15% while they're paying 9%. We all know we're getting screwed. Everybody knows. Now let's see how it's happening, because I'm going to expose a scam to you. Stay with me. In 2022, the Infrastructure Act passed Congress to fix all of our bridges and roads. We all know that we needed it, and in fact, interest rates were historically low, so it made sense to invest in America. Let's look at the scoreboard. We got 221 yeas, 210 nays. And once again, the entire Democratic Party voted for the people, while virtually almost the entire Republican Party voted against the people before it went to the Senate. Why? Same excuse all the time. We can't afford it. Who's going to pay for that? It's too expensive. Remember that. This is $100 billion. This can represents $100 billion, and on the bottom here I have 12 of them, which represents $1.2 trillion, which was the amount of money to fund that project. Let alone, if you think about all the hard hat jobs that came out of that, all the good high-paying union jobs, infrastructure is exactly what we needed when the interest rates were low. They don't seem to understand that. I can prove it. Next up, Inflation Reduction Act. 2022 Inflation Reduction Act, $1 trillion used in a variety of ways, everything from helping our seniors with their prescription drug copays going from $6,000 to $2,000. I know you're enjoying that now, seniors, because times are tough. Giving money to states, which resulted in multiple ways that they can combat inflation, and even resulted in raises for many civil servants. I personally know of teachers that got raises. Well, let's see if they voted for the right party. Take a look at the scoreboard. 220 yeas to 213 nays for a project that clearly worked because our inflation dropped exponentially quicker than the rest of the world. And once again, we have the same reasoning. Can't afford it, it's too expensive, the bill's too long, how are we going to pay for it? Well, let's add it to our pyramid. This is $100 billion, and I have 10 orange cans in the pyramid symbolizing the $1 trillion for the Inflation Reduction Act while interest rates are at lows. Next up, Chips and Science. Chips and Science Act 2022, need an investment into Silicon Valley while interest rates are low. It's literally what we're talking about right now. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 215 yeas to 217 nays. Same reason again. It's too expensive. We can't afford it. How are we going to do that? Although right now during tariff talk, this is the most important thing. We need to make these chips here. This is $100 billion. Over here, these 3 red cans symbolize the $300 billion that is in the Chips and Science Act that will make us more competitive in the world. Next up, the PACT Act. We're entering the home stretch. The PACT Act 2022, giving veterans a benefit of $1,000 to $3,800 a month. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. House of Representatives, before it went to the Senate, 256 yeas, 174 nays. Once again, Democratic Party standing up for the people. 174, 84% of the Republican Congress voted no. Why? Same reason always. Can't afford it. What type of spending it's going to be. How long it's going to go on. Is there a sunset? Same reason every time. I am sorry to tell you, Republicans, but you have lost your party. It doesn't exist anymore. I can prove it to you. $100 billion in my pyramid with all of the other bills for the people. Now we will look at the tax cut from 2017 to see how they voted. All right, I'm going to show you where the scam lives. Let's bring it home. In 2017, the Republican Congress voted 227 yeas to 205 nays for the jobs and tax cut. 227 yes votes to give tax breaks to people making over $400,000. And I've already established that when they say tax cuts, they're not talking about you. They're talking about them. They manipulate the tax code to pull the money out of the Treasury. 227 yes votes results in a $4.5 trillion deficit in the next 10 years. $4.5 trillion, and that is everything below this blue line. There are 45 cans below that blue line, and sadly, as you can see, the tax cut is more money than Chips and Science, PACT Act, Infrastructure Act, and Inflation Reduction Act combined. They give the illusion that they're being fiscally responsible and we can't pay for this and how are we going to pay for that and it's too much money, this bill is too long, I can't read it. Well, give them tax cuts to rich people. They want another $11.2 trillion for these guys. You're going to hear about it. And now that I've exposed the scam, I want you to listen because you're going to see what I'm talking about. They will do anything for this amount of money. They will tell you anything you want to hear. CRT, DEI, Gulf of America. They will distract you in every way possible. And we're not falling for the scam. We will not allow you to distract us anymore because we're going to stay solely focused on the fact that they are giving rich people money. And I want to be abundantly clear. We as Democrats believe and can show that the former Republican Party's job is now to give rich people money. You can tell me I'm lying. You can act like I'm giving you propaganda. This is math. These are easily verifiable facts. Until then, cups and cans talk and bullshit walks. I don't know what you're going to do about this. You don't really have a moral argument. Hope you have a great day. Hope you learned something. And remember, I'm always rooting for you.